Morning traders, it's Matt here for the Forex Coach. It's currently Wednesday the 22nd of February and we've just gone through coming up to 8:30 in the morning, and I've got a trade to show you. However, I'm just going to go through the trade from last night. So as I closed the video off last night, I just mentioned that we was in a long position on euro dollar. Now there was the Fed minutes which were due to come out at 7 PM yesterday evening, and we took the trade before that, which you can see here on the chart. So I've just put the blue arrows on because it actually worked very nicely, the trade. It had complete in total 4 parts of the trade, which you can see the initial 2 entries were more of a medium term trade, although it just so happened that obviously it was in and out very quickly due to the volatility. So you can see here the long line here from the bottom to the top was the medium term, and the second half of that was taken off, or the first half was taken off at this point. And then we had a smaller trade which I mentioned I was looking for sort of divergence, so it to come back down around this zone in order to get in on this additional sort of shorter term long. Unfortunately it only pulled back slightly, but I was still happy with getting in an additional part to this trade at that level. So we can see here the first part of that just came off on this bar here, and then the second part came off on this bar up here as well. But just looking at it, I was quite surprised because I was having my tea, and I looked back at the charts and I was like, well, what's happened to my euro dollar trade? And luckily to hit the target price, you can see that it went through to be fair on a few of these candles, so it was pretty safe with that. But then it just came off. So obviously following the news release at 7 o'clock, there was some initial bullish action, but then the bears came in. So and this kind of continuation of this downward trend occurred. So you can see that there. Just want to point out what happened when that trade. You can see here from my chart, I've got a couple of little positions back in long again this morning. But the other trade that we've got this morning is on dollar CAD, so I'll just go over to that. Okay, so we've got a short on dollar CAD, and we're looking for 2 targets. The short that I've sent out as the signal was the entry up here. I already had a few entries in, which you can see clustered around here from sort of this price action here, but we'd had this sort of extra divergence, so I thought it was a good opportunity to send out a trade signal on this. So we're getting in short up here, 2 target prices, one just at these lows here, take half profits off. The second is way down here, which may be subject to change, but the nice thing about this is if we take half off here, we can trail the stop down to above these highs and make it a risk-free trade. Okay, it's now 9:30, so it's been about an hour. Not a lot's happened really. It's come off. It's just started to come down now, so we potentially might be able to just get through TP1. However, we have got this 21 period moving average, so it could have another bounce, another divergence, take out the highs again, potentially. So we'll just see if we can get some action here and get this to come off. Okay, it's Matt back here, and we've managed to go through TP1 and banked the half profits. I had a couple of other positions that I'd put in previously and just got out of them as well. So I'm just keeping half this original position. For the guys in the trading group or the signal service, their entry for this part that I've got left on was up here, which was next to my original entry, because I gave the 2 target price at the same time. But anyway, mine's slightly lower, so it doesn't matter. Now I've tried to stop down to above the high, and going to hold on to this. Now the chances of this getting down here are unlikely. As with anything, the further away your target price, the probability reduces of that being hit. So it is unlikely. Now I can see this coming down a bit further, but it's going to have some form of bounce. Now that bounce will either break the high and take us out, or it will fail to break the high and then confirm that we've got the start of a shorter term, anyway at least, downwards trend. So we'll wait and see how it plays out, and at the end of the day this trade is now risk free, so we can sit and hold on to it and wait and see what's going to happen. Okay, just back. I've actually been out all morning, and we got stopped out of that second half of that dollar CAD just after the news, and we also just added in to the trade, which I'll go through shortly. But before I do, I just want to talk about the next trade. So we've got a long position on dollar yen. It's had a good run down. We've got some divergences going on. So first target is just up here, and second target's a bit further up. Up here, so we will see if we can sort of have a turnaround of this downwards momentum and have a push higher. Okay, I'm just over on the dollar CAD, and this is what we got stopped out on this big spike. I got a bit of slippage as well, unfortunately, because the stop loss was just above the high over here, but my order didn't get filled till so stop loss was probably around about this sort of level, and then I didn't get filled till sort of up here somewhere. So since then it's come off. So unfortunately, we got the dollar weakness correct, because all the other dollar pairs have pretty much sort of shown, and we've seen this dollar weakness. But this particular one suffered from obviously the news, and therefore caught us out, and therefore was a stop out. Otherwise, it would have been a good trade. I did take a couple of shorts up here because my overall view was to see some correction back down on this, so I got a bit of the profits back. So probably pretty much flat on that trade now overall. What am I expecting now? Well, we're still a strong move up. We've still got these moving averages scooping up, and the other dollar pairs are all sort of overbought or oversold, etc. So looking like I'm looking for some dollar strength to come back in, and potentially for this dollar CAD to push back up. If that does happen, then I would look to take a shorter gain from up here somewhere, and that would tie in with the exit of our current trade on the dollar yen. So this is the dollar yen trade, and we've actually got 4 parts of this trade now, with various exits. So we've got shorter term trade with a TP1 here, TP2 here, and then we've got a medium term, short to medium term trade with a TP1 here and a TP2 up here. Okay, just back, and dollar yen has had a push up. However, it's got the potential to pull back here, so I'm going to actually bank some profits. We've got 4 positions open here. So I've banked out the shorter term trade because this has got the potential to roll back down here now. Could take out these lows, or it could fail to break this low. If it does do that, then I'll look to get another trade long in order to maximise the potential from this move. Okay, just back, and it's started to come off a bit, this dollar yen, as I expected. So as I say, if it does pull back, then potentially I'll get another re-entry for the potential run upwards, but that's going to be some time now, I think, before this comes down. You know, possibly retest this low here, etc. So I'm going to wrap the video up here. I hope you've had a good day trading. I'm sitting up nicely for the week now. What I'll probably do tomorrow on Friday is go through my accounts and where I'm tracking and stuff like that, just to show some P&L and stuff, just so people have got a bit of an idea how things are tracking with regards to the my trading. Hope you've had a good day trading, and I'll be back to